Flags are raised and they're off for the 2025 Randox Grand National. Last year's winner, Am Maximus, is one of the first ones to show in company with Vanillier and Senior Chief. Going up there is Duffelcoat and 3-Card Brag and Percival Lagalwa not far away, along with Minella Cocooner as they come to take the first.
And at the first, Celeb Dallin is right there, 3 under through 5 on the wide outside. Broadway Boy very handy. Hewick is wide as well in a green jacket. Am Maximus going right down the inside alongside Senior Chief and Duffelcoat. And then 3-Card Brag, followed behind these by Percival Lagalwa. Nick Rockett jumping it in the centre, fairly prominent as well, as they jump that one now on towards the open ditch. And coming into it, Broadway Boy is going to take off in front from Hewick in second, Nick Rockett, Am Maximus, 3-Card Brag, Minella Cocooner. Then Beauport, Duffelcoat is gone at the third on the wide outside, 3 under through 5, followed by Brave Man's Game. A Hitman is handy in a red jacket as well as they jump the next. Monbeck Genius towards the back of the field. Also towards the back at the moment is Iroko, and out the back too is Cocoa Beach as Hewick right there alongside Broadway Boy on the near side jumping the next.
And Broadway Boy the leader to Hewick, 3 under through 5 on the outside. Beauport is very prominent in company with 3-Card Brag, and then Am Maximus on the inside of Senior Chief. Minella Cocooner not too far away as they head down towards Beaches, and it is Broadway Boy going right down the inside. 3-Card Brag with on the outside Hewick, seeing them all over. Cocoa Beach is right at the back of the field as they head towards Foynehaven with Broadway Boy in front of 3-Card Brag and Hewick, and then Am Maximus on the inside. Not too far away is Beauport, 3 under through 5. Brave Man's Game in the orange on the outside of stablemate Hitman. And then Nick Rockett, Senior Chief, Celeb Dallin, Percival Lagalwa, the Grey Vanillier around the inside as they get to the canal turn. Broadway Boy, 3-Card Brag, Hewick in third, Beauport. Then 3 under through 5, Minella Cocooner. Am Maximus the inside, Brave Man's Game the outer as they reach Valentine's.
Over Valentine's, Broadway Boy and Tom Bellamy out in front, and down there Percival Lagalwa, who badly hampered Fedor and Cocoa Beach, almost brought to a standstill. Broadway Boy on the near side with 3-Card Brag. Out wide is Brave Man's Game. Hewick is in the firing line too with 3 under through 5. They're followed by Hitman close up with also Oronzo Derry. And behind these Senior Chief and Minella Cocooner in a white cap on the inside. Celeb Dallin is chasing them with Nick Rockett. And then in the red cap out wide, Chantry House, followed further back by Can Do Kid and also by behind those by Ida's Boys. They jump the one before the road, and it's Broadway Boy that leads to 3-Card Brag, Senior Chief. Then Hewick on the outside. Also out wide is Brave Man's Game with 3 under through 5. Grangeclare West in the red, white sash, blue cap is very handy from Nick Rockett. And then on the inside behind the leaders, Minella Cocooner. Followed then in the white cap by last year's winner, Am Maximus, right round the inside, Paul Townend, as they race back now towards the fences in the home straight. Broadway Boy has led all the way so far.
So Broadway Boy on his run down towards fence number 13, shows by a length over Beauport and 3-Card Brag. Hewick completes out the leading 4. Then Brave Man's Game wider from Grangeclare West and Nick Rockett in the black and orange. Next is Minella Cocooner. Light blue jacket is Senior Chief, and then Celeb Dallin as they take fence number 13, 3 under through 5, just in behind the leaders. Then Hitman in that red jacket from Ida's Boy and Minella Indo. Wider out is Chantry House in the red cap. Then Am Maximus more towards the inside in the white cap. Then came Can Do Kid, Ida's Boy and Iroko racing alongside each other. Chantry House is next, and then Meeting of the Waters as they make the way on towards the chair. It is Broadway Boy from 3-Card Brag and Beauport, the leaders, out over the chair. Then came Brave Man's Game and Hewick. They're followed by Nick Rockett and Minella Cocooner. Pulling up at the back of the field there before the chair was Cocoa Beach as the runners now face up to the water. It is Broadway Boy over in front from Beauport in second. 3-Card Brag has landed in third. Then Brave Man's Game in Hewick, followed by Horanzo Dairy and 3 under through 5. Then Senior Chief and Hitman. Nick Rockett's next. Then Minella Cocooner, Celebra Dallon, Am Maximus and Minella Indo. Indo from Chantry House and Can Do Kid and Ida's Boy. Then Iroko and Meeting of the Waters is just worse than midfield at the moment. Behind him then towards the inside is Stomptown. Then Feed Door and Stay Away Faye from Vanillier. Appreciate right towards the back of the field with Conflated, Monbeg Genius and Highland, and Twig appears to be the final one going. They've got 14 more fences left to take.
Royal Puggai has been pulled up, outpaced all the way. Intense Raffles is pulling up as well as they jumped over the next, safely over that one. And it's still Broadway Boy from 3-card Bragg. Beauport in the centre with Oronzo, Derry, Hitman, and 3 under through 5 as they go on towards the next plain fence. Broadway Boy lifts up just ahead of 3-card Bragg. Then Beauport, Hewick is handy. On the inside is Brave Man's Game. Wider out Oronzo Derry as they return to the ditch. Broadway Boy in a good stride. 3-card Bragg over second, Beauport third. They're followed by Brave Man's Game and Hewick and Minella Cocooner. Nick Rockett behind these. Close up then Oronzo Derry and then Hitman on the outside. 3 under through 5 slowing going into that fence. Towards the rear, Monbeg Genius, Stay Away Faye, Conflated under pressure. Vanillier towards the rear as well as they go on towards the one before Beaches. Broadway Boy still just about the leader.
Just the leader too. 3-card Bragg, Beauport, Hewick in behind with Brave Man's Game. Appreciate it's gone. Can Do Kid is out of the race there as well at the one before Beaches. It is Broadway Boy, 3-card Bragg, Beauport, Hewick, Oronzo Derry at the outside. Minella Cocooner is following with Celeb Delaine as they reach Beaches number 22 the second time. Grangeclare West not a million miles away either. Hitman the outside of Nick Rockett and Senior Chief next as they get to Foynaven, and it is Broadway Boy in front of 3-card Bragg. Brave Man's Game is next in the field with Beauport, Hewick the outside of the veteran Celeb Delaine, Minella Cocooner, Senior Chief, Oronzo Derry, then Minella Indo and Nick Rockett as they reach the canal turn. Broadway Boy, 3-card Bragg, Brave Man's Game. Hewick made a mistake there. Grangeclare West, Celeb Delaine running a blinder with Beauport as the field head towards second Valentine's.
And Broadway Boy is gone. Broadway Boy, the long-time leader, is gone. Slightly interfered with Brave Man's Game. Am Maximus last year's winner well back at the moment. Minella Indo has been making some progress as they move on towards the next. Celeb Delaine and Beauport. Beauport led there from Celeb Delaine. 3-card Bragg. Close-up Brave Man's Game. Grangeclare West on the inside. Minella Cocooner. Then Senior Chief. Further back to Nick Rockett and then Minella Indo as they cleared the next one. Hewick on the outside. Back in the field then is Meeting of the Waters and the blue cap on the inside just chasing them. Followed then back in the field by Conflated, who was under pressure some way out. And now Celeb Delaine takes over from Beauport, Grangeclare West, followed by Senior Chief and Minella Cocooner. Then behind these is Brave Man's Game still in with every chance. Hewick is just behind these from 3-card Bragg as they race on towards the turn into the home straight. Back in the field, Iroko is beginning to stay on now in a noseband, pushed along to do so. Minella Indo still making steady progress and Meeting of the Waters round the inside, back towards the final 2 fences. Grangeclare West, Celeb Delaine, followed closely by on the outside Brave Man's Game coming under pressure.
Plenty with a chance as they make the way down towards 2 out. Brave Man's Game joins in with Celeb Delaine, Grangeclare West, Minella Cocooner, Nick Rockett's right there, Hewick to the outside, Am Maximus coming right into it. That was 2 out, and there's not much in it now between Nick Rockett and Am Maximus. Minella Cocooner and Grangeclare West. Brave Man's Game, Iroko the next 2, then Senior Chief in Hewick and Minella Indo. The final fence in the National. Nick Rockett landed level with Am Maximus. Couple of lengths away, Minella Cocooner. Meeting of the Waters now staying on to grab third behind those Grangeclare West and Iroko. They're on the way towards the elbow. Am Maximus and Nick Rockett, nothing in it between them. Meeting the Waters, they're staying on back in third. Then Grangeclare West, they're up the run-in now. Nick Rockett to the far side. Last year's winner, Am Maximus to the near side. Nick Rockett just in front. Am Maximus trying hard. Grangeclare West staying on, but it's Nick Rockett under Patrick Mullins. He'll win the Grand National. Nick Rockett has beaten Am Maximus. Grangeclare West in third. Iroko's fourth. Meeting of the Waters next. Then Senior Chief, Minella Cocooner. Then Hewick, Minella Indo. Well clear from Twig. Then 3-card Bragg. Beauport still coming, Oronzo Derry, Vanillier and Brave Man.
Good guy behind you. He's done everything in sport, but a 1, 2, 3, 5, ridden by your son, you really couldn't write this. You couldn't. I mean, that was the special thing about it. Was ridden by my son. You know, when he was born, he looked big and tall, and I said, if he gets 1 or 2 years riding as an amateur, that's good. And then he did a bit more than that, and I said, you know, hopefully we can get a horse at some stage with enough weight in the Grand National, because he's a big guy, to give him a ride in the Grand National. I mean, we never dreamt of winning the Grand National. It was just have a ride and have the pleasure of going around this wonderful course with the history and tradition that's in it. And then just watching it all come together.
Tell me about watching it. How did you watch it? Well,
I just watched it in Mr. McManus's box and JP's box, and I was just doing my best to breathe and keep breathing. And you know, I saw Patrick in a fantastic position. I saw 2 or 3 of our other runners coming around him, and each had a good chance. And I just kept looking at Patrick because, thank you. But I just, and then, you know, Patrick just, when they came to the elbow and Am Maximus I thought he was coming to beat him. I thought, that's it, you know, he's second, but he's run a tremendous race. Then Patrick just got him on the rail and just kept squeezing, and it just started to happen, and I just broke down. I haven't
you haven't composed yet. You're doing a great job. Is this your best day in your sport?
It's best day ever. I'll never surpass it anyhow.
Now you know how Ted Walsh felt when Ruby, when he was telling you?
Exactly. Thank you.
Very well done. What a result for the Mullins, and Willie's the first to say about his massive team. One of them is David Casey, who rode lots of big winners for him. You've been there since 1994. Tell us how you're feeling.
It's hard to put words into it, Niall. It's unbelievable. Obviously, to win the race is brilliant, but then obviously for the other horses to run so well behind them, absolutely amazing. Absolutely thrilled for Stuart. Couldn't meet a nicer man. What a gent.
What he's been through recently.
Exactly, and I'm just delighted for everybody. Obviously for Patrick as well. First winner in the race, and Willie and Jackie. You know, it's just amazing.
Tell us about where you watched it and how you watched it.
I watched it here in the parade ring, and you know, obviously we had plenty of runners here trying to keep an eye on a few of them, and I actually thought Nick Rockett had gone out of the race for a little bit, and then I saw him jump in the third last. He was still travelling actually, so and then Paul, I thought he was going to do it, but I see him coming on the outside, so but it was great.
Grangeclare West, he just seemed to love it.
Jumped for fun. Brian said he was brilliant all the way around, and ran an absolute stormer.
How many horses you brought over here last 3 days?
I'm going to say probably I think 32 or 3.
And just the logistics behind that, the staff behind that, the organising behind that. You see the press dragging Willie off and ones in the next race to get tacked up. It's a mammoth task.
Look, I'm lucky now. I don't have to do a lot of the organising to get them here, and Gráinne in the office does all that stuff. But it's a team effort. Obviously, it's a huge team and working for a brilliant man.
The Lord Bagnall's going to be busy the next couple of days.
I'd imagine so. Yeah.
Willie, I've never seen him quite like that. I understand it. I understand all he's achieved in the sport. But he said to give his son a ride in the Grand National was massive. To watch his son, you could see how much it meant to him.
Yeah, I mean, he got very emotional, and I think he'd find it hard to top that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm sure you'll give it a good go. Trainers' Championship back in the agenda?
Oh, sure, listen, I suppose. I imagine that puts us pretty close to it, so I imagine we'll have some sort of a go and see what happens.
Yeah, great result, unbelievable. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Niall, but will do.
The Randox Mullins National, we're going to call it now. Nick Rockett, Patrick Mullins, you've had time to think and compose yourself. I love the way you said, I'm going to take all this in. Enjoying it?
Very much so, yeah. It was great to have my mother here, great to have Sarah here, and obviously Willie got a great kick out of it, so yeah, magic.
Your dad's done amazing things, we all know that, but I've never seen him quite like this result.
Yeah, I think probably getting me to win a national is probably his greatest achievement. So
he said to get your ride in it was a great achievement, but to go and win it. Talk us through the race.
I've got too good a start. I'm going down to the start and want the first fence thing, and I wing it and thinking I need to come back a bit. So I've got him back slowly into a lovely position. Across the Mellon Road, Brian Hayes is beside me, and he asked me how am I going. I said I'm happy. I said, are you happy? He says he's very happy. So he finished third, so we were both right. And then at Canal Turn, second time, I'm after thinking, have I dropped too far back? I don't know, it was like maybe 10 to 12 for Richard Blackmore beside me on my inside there. And I've just started creeping forward there. They've slowed up over the Mellon Road the second time. And I'm just looking for a bit of space down the second last, and he's gone down and attacked it, winged it, and I've landed in front, and I've gone, because I didn't want to be there until after the last. So I've just sat, jumped the last really well, dabbled in my head with sitting back up, but said I better keep bopping away. So bopped away until Paul came beside me. My lad picked up then.
Did you know it was Paul?
I knew, I thought it was Danny at first, and then it was Paul, and I wasn't sure whether my fella was going to pick up, but he did. And I always remember Richard Pittman saying he should have kept his stick till he got to the elbow, so I did that. Once we got onto the rail, the elbow, then I've asked him for everything, and it took forever to get to the finish line, but he got there.
He did get there, amazing. And when you hit the line, Am Maximus runner blinder in second. He hasn't got a brilliant run through. What a performance by him and Grangeclare West. And the fifth, now you're in pole position to be champion trainer again, Closutton.
Well, I'm more worried about me winning the national, to be honest, than that. So, yeah, but great result. And brilliant for Brian and Paul. They're the first person to say well done. Meeting the waters for Danny. And look, we'll worry about the championship later, but we're going to enjoy this today.
You say every jockey dreams about a Grand National. It's true. Champion amateur riding, good bumper horse coming through, and obviously Paul stable jockey. Has it always been a dream just to get a ride in it?
Sure it has. You know, I've just thought that you dream about, and I've dreamt about it, and I've thought about it an awful lot. You know, I grew up reading books on the history of the National, and you know, the Lamb being the first grey winner, and Ed Carrar being the first dual winner, and Reynoldstown, Golden Miller, watching Red Rum and Crisp, and you know, two of my cousins have put their name on it as well, and obviously Paul and Rachel are good friends of mine, so to put my name beside them and on the whole history of it is mind-blowing.
You're now part of that history. Massive, massive well done.
Thanks very much.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.